Support for this project is provided by the Dairy Business Innovation Initiative through Fresno State University. Visit our website at dairypcc.net for more information and other resources in the dairy industry. Program funding for the PCC comes from the USDA. For more information on this and other programs, visit usda.gov for the PCC Dairy Business Innovation Initiative. Support for this podcast comes from the Department of Agricultural Education and Communication at Cal Poly. Visit aged.calpoly.edu to view our majors and support our programs. That's aged.calpoly.edu for the Department of Agricultural Education and Communication at Cal Poly.
Hi, everybody. My name is Joe Aguiar, and welcome to You, Me, and the PCC, a dairy products podcast brought to you by the Pacific Coast Coalition. We're coming to you from San Luis Obispo. Like I said at the top, my name is Joe Aguiar, and I'm also joined by my co-host, Kaylen, who I'll let introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylen Jaime. I am once again Joe's co-host for our last episode that we will be doing of the quarter. It is crazy how fast this has gone, but I know our production team is doing a great job of getting everything finalized.
No, they did a fantastic job today. I think they had it set up in, 20, 30 minutes, which was awesome. So props to them. I know they're the ones behind the camera getting all the work done. So big kudos to them.
Yep. Learn by doing is going well.
No, quite literally.
Joe and I have also had a good time up front.
Yeah, definitely. Learning the roles of a host, kind of learning how to write a script, how to be in front of a camera, how to talk, how to look at a camera even. So it's just the little things that add up. So we've got some special guests today coming from Fresno State who have joined us on Zoom today. So guys, if you guys just want to introduce yourselves and give a little bit of background.
Yeah, hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Paulina Freire. I'm working in Fresno State as a postdoc researcher and through the Pacific Coast Coalition. So I'm helping with the students, some research, and doing some new research lines too.
Yeah, so my name is Wonsun. I'm from South Korea, and I'm having my last semester at Fresno State University. And I made a functional yogurt for my thesis.
Hi everyone, my name is Katheryn Nathania. I'm a master's student also at Fresno State. I'm from Indonesia, and currently I'm working as a student researcher with the PCC DPI.
Cool. Very, very cool. So you're all tied to either dairy or the PCC in one way or another. So first we kind of wanted to talk about...
Well, wait, hold on. If listeners remember, Katheryn was on last week.
That's right.
And now she's joining us back again. So
Yep.
we are happy to have her back once more.
Yep, she's a two-parter, the rare two-parter guest. So yeah, I think now we're going to talk about World Ag Expo because I know all three of you presented some research at World Ag Expo, which was a couple of weeks ago. So what did you guys present? Was it research? Was it projects? What was it? I don't know if you guys can hear me, but either one of you can start. Yeah.
Sorry. So the research that I've been doing, what do you mean?
Yeah, just because I think you guys presented at World Ag Expo. If you guys just want to talk about what you presented.
Yeah, sure. So the research that I am presenting now is about artificial intelligence and machine learning in the dairy industry. So we are looking to find what is artificial intelligence doing with the industry. And we will look to have, we will go with this research line, to products innovations and to add the computer science in order to meet or the consumer necessities with our dairy products using our computers and using predictions and using better ways to meet the necessities of our consumers with our dairy products and the new dairy products that are coming up every time and every year.
So a little more of a data technology-based research project.
Yeah. So if with using AI, is it just maximizing efficiency? What is your research aiming to do with AI with dairy producers?
Well, right now we are, this research is just starting. So we are right now having partners with the computer science that is helping us to move in this direction. And well, we would like to have predictions on the with products innovation. You know, when you do a project, when you try to do a new product, you always need to go through the laboratory and to test it and to do all these variables that you think it could be it could be good for your product. But every time you need to do it again and again and to try it and to see if this product is good and to taste it. So with artificial intelligence, we would like to avoid every step. So with artificial intelligence, we would like to the selection of the products or the selection of the composition of any product. We would like that the computer help us to choose these compositions and to help us to build a better product without going through every compound that is need to done before to have a whole product that is tastable for the consumer.
Okay, very cool. So Katheryn and you, if you guys want to talk about your projects, then we can kind of give a general overview of what you guys did.
So I'm actually the one that I presented at the World Ag Expo was something I did during my senior year, where I upcycled spent coffee grounds and wrapping them on a cheese rind, and I developed it with Dr. Katheryn. But my current thesis is about the whey beer. So I'm repurposing or upcycling acid whey from cheese making and making it to a beer.
Yeah, I know that's something we kind of briefly touched on last week when you were on the episode last week, so we'll get into a little more detail at that this week.
So, about more detail. So I'm working with several yeasts, and then we're trying to use the lactose, the milk sugar in whey or milk, and then to see which yeast can consume that lactose, because not all yeast created equal, not a lot of them can eat lactose. So we want to know which one can eat those yeasts, and then, we want to make sure to use everything we have to produce this wholesome, delicious beer product that everyone likes. And we're going to follow up with a little century to see if something that we're producing is actually worth producing, because we don't want to make something people don't like, basically.
No, I think that's a super cool project. That's definitely going to catch the attention of people who see it or maybe don't even know a lot about the dairy industry of how cows are upcyclers. And
especially like that. I've never heard of for beer. That's especially for the alcohol industry, which can kind of take on a reputation as not being the most eco-friendly or most upcycling industry. That's huge. So
I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah. And then Wonsun, do you want to talk about your project a little bit?
So I made a functional yogurt for my project on the World Ag Expo. And everything is inspired. I would say every researcher, we have to point out a problem that exists in the world and improve it or analyze it and do something wherever they want. But in my case, I produce a low lactose yogurt for people who have severe lactose intolerance, because in America, because of the demographic change, we will have more lactose intolerant population in the future. A low lactose yogurt with using a specific lactic acid bacteria, and also put red ginseng extract to like make a functional yogurt. Yeah, that's my project.
What is the addition of red ginseng is what you said? What does that do for the yogurt? How does that kind of benefit? Does that contribute to the low lactose count of it, or how does that work?
Oh, so red ginseng has a lot of functionalities such as the anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory. That doesn't work like a medicine, but food is habit and food is continuous. So if you continuously consume it, you'll have that function.
Okay, very cool.
That's cool. Lactose-free products are definitely taking a big big role in the market. Even on campus, we've
Yeah.
seen it all over the place. That's what, there's a consumer market that wants that type of demand.
Yeah. And I think especially with the rise of alternative options, it's good that the dairy industry is responding. And with research like your guys', you're kind of adapting to the market, if you will. So.
Yeah, keeping the dairy industry important in the future and part of the change of demand.
Have you guys seen I'll say it like this. Have you heard any interest from any dairies about your projects? I know Katheryn talked about your whey and Wonsun about your yogurt projects. Have there been any interest? Have you actually created products out of this?
Yes, I made my product by myself. Yeah, and I did sensory
cool.
evaluation as well
Oh, wow.
to check Americans' consumer preference. And they said, yes, for my chocolate flavored red ginseng yogurt because they don't like its bitterness. It's very unique bitterness, but people don't like it.
Oh, interesting.
So I have to mask it.
Yeah, I got to mask it with chocolate.
This is some challenges you never thought you'd have
I know,
to deal
right?
with.
Yeah. That's very, very cool.
So I think we should talk about a little more about the conference now that it's
Yeah.
completely happened. Last week at Shell Beach, I know Katheryn went. Did everyone?
Everyone
Did
who's
both
with
of
us
you guys
go?
Yes, I went to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
No idea.
last week at Shell Beach, there was the Dairy Products Process and Packaging Innovation Conference. And I know last week we talked about kind of the sessions you were looking
Yeah.
forward to. Now that it has happened and you've gone through the entirety of the conference, is there something that stands out of that you thought that stood out to you in terms of maybe something that applies to your research, applies
Yeah.
to the dairy industry?
Because I know when we talked to Katheryn and Dr. Pheasant, you guys, I think, had just come from the first one or two sessions. So now kind of looking back at the whole thing, what are some key takeaways you can take from it?
Paulina, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. The thing that I like the most for this conference is that it was a diverse conference. I mean, it was the dairy industry was farmers. There were people from the government, people from the dairy industry, just like product innovation, sensory consumers, people that is interested in this area, in the packaging levels. So it was like a bunch of people that was focusing on different areas of the whole industry. So it was quite of very, I don't know, refresh my mind a lot because all the ideas and a lot of people focusing on different areas, but everyone in milk. So it was kind of refreshing, interesting. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
That's awesome. It was like a crash course of multiple different aspects
No,
in
literally.
the industry.
Like for me, I think I said last week that I really was looking forward about the upcycling aspect.
Yes.
But after I went through everything, I think I think it was like one of the two last sessions of the conference that really took my mind because
Wow.
it's not just a tool, it's something that you can utilize, not like plagiarism or whatever, but it's something that can facilitate you and then makes you work faster, more efficient, better in some ways. And I think that also ties back to what Paulina is researching in some ways.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah. Did they talk about how AI should be implemented into the dairy industry? Were there like specific examples given?
Not necessarily in the dairy right away, but they was talking about how you can not be just sorry. So you have to be a really good prompter in a way.
Yeah.
Not just like, hey, write me this sentence. It's more like generate this for me so it helps you brainstorm better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was my next? Has the PCC talked about implementing any kind of AI use, or are they already using AI with anything that you've done with the PCC? I guess that question
Not
can go
that
for
I know.
anyone.
Maybe Paulina would
Yeah,
know.
Paulina, because I know because of your research with AI.
Sorry, I don't understand your question because it's kind of not clear. I don't hear it so clear. Can you repeat it,
Yeah,
please?
I can definitely repeat the question. So, tied with the PCC, and I know about your research with the AI. Has the PCC started to implement AI into anything that they do or anything that you've worked with the PCC?
Well, so right now I am trying to do it to implement the AI in any area that we can think actually in the specifically in the product transformation. So it's something that is just starting. We just published an article about the influence of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the dairy, and so I can tell that it's actually it's few. There is few research actually that it's applied into these dairy products or dairy products innovation. So it's a new field that it's open, that it's here, and yes, the PPC with the group that we are doing with Carmen Lincoln, with Susan, with the students in Fresno State, with other computer science that in Fresno State. So we are doing this group of partners to do something with, because we know that there is a necessity, that the artificial intelligence is already here, and we would like to take advantage of this in order to have sustainable products, to have to help the consumer make decisions, to meet the necessities with of the consumer necessities, to have better to promote the products also, that the dairy is coming out with the new products and trying to connect with the consumers. So yes, right now we are starting the research line. We would like to give it a good use. Yeah, we are excited about this project that is just starting, and let's see how it ends, not how other results we have.
Yeah, no, that sounds really exciting, and it's cutting edge, right? I mean, AI is already here. You see it in all the industry, you see it in the tech industry, but seeing how it can be implemented into agriculture and the dairy industry specifically will be really, really cool to see. So, do you have anything?
I was going to say, having all those unknowns, you're saying you're excited to see where it goes. That's the fun part about being a part of the research, is you get to create the project, then you get to be like, okay, now let's figure out what happens.
Yeah, you're quite literally making the change happen, which is really cool. So now I think we're going to move to our first man on the street interview. So now we're going to see what Cal Poly Public thinks about dairy.
How many glasses of milk do you think a cow produces within its lifetime?
20,000?
Actually, 350,000.
Wow, that's a crazy amount.
8?
20. 32. 34.
350,000 glasses.
100. 75.
How many glasses of milk does a cow produce? It's all. Cows produce all the milk. 17.
350,000.
What size is the glass?
Like 12 ounces, probably.
400 plus?
Oh, I don't know. 10.
How big's the cow?
A normal size cow, I don't know.
42. 350,000 glasses of milk. Well, you can tell I didn't grow up on a farm.
How far away do you think a cow can smell?
20 feet.
1.5 miles.
I'm going like 2. Oh, I don't care.
I can't top that answer. 10 yards.
6 miles.
Whoa. My goodness.
Yeah,
okay.
Cows are weird. So I came here to Campus Market so we can get a little bit more interviews, and there's no one up in here, so we're just gonna have to call it. Thank you guys so much for watching. How many glasses of...
All right, and we're back. That was pretty entertaining.
You can tell how much fun we have with the class.
Yeah.
With just the man on the street interviews.
Oh yeah, no, there's so much fun to make. There's so much fun to watch, especially when coming in, you're like, I wonder which one they're gonna put up today, and then you see that, and you're like, and then you see Alexia, who's currently
Shout out to Alexia.
who's running our cameras
She loves
right now.
man on the street interviews.
No, and the editing's, they'd all do a fantastic job with the editing and going out and getting the footage. So they all do a really, really nice job. So kind of moving into our second point, I was kind of alluding to it at the end there, kind of talking about the PCC, but now I kind of want to ask you guys what working with the PCC has been like, or if you've had the opportunity to work directly with the PCC, whether that's members like Dr. Licon, Dr. Pheasant, or how that can go. And this question goes out to anybody who wants to answer it.
Katheryn?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, totally. So, where was it? Oh, have you guys been able to work directly with the PCC, whether that's Dr. Pheasant or Dr. Licon?
Yes.
Okay.
So Dr. Licon is actually my PI for the project, so I've been working closely with her and a couple other professors that have been very integral in giving feedbacks on how the project is going, what kind of direction I'm going to do. And then we've been keeping in touch a lot, getting her feedback and everything.
Yeah, Paulina, what's been your work with the PCC been like?
Same here with Carmen is the one who I work the most. Actually, I support her in everything that she needs, and also she support me in everything that I need. So she's kind of my advisor in this in this project that I am doing, and my coworker. So it's like I work closely with Carmen and also with Susa Pelsan, that is in Fresno State. So we coordinate everything, all the activities in Fresno State, everything that people would like to come and visit or learn about the dairy, or they will, or industry also that is worry, or they would like to know about something, or they would like some advice of something. So we are very happy to help them. So with Susan and Carmen and me, they can contact us and and we can help them.
Yeah, so I know Dr. Pheasant has taken a couple of students here at Cal Poly on trips to dairies that were PCC grantees. Oh. You're good? Okay. Hey, sorry about that. It was just something was going on behind the production. Let me restate that question. So I know that Dr. Pheasant has taken students from Cal Poly on trips up and around the Pacific Coast to visit dairies who were recipients of the PCC grant. So I just wanted to ask, have you guys been able to see any dairies? Have you guys been able to go on trips and go out in the field and see what's going on?
Personally, for me, yes. They've taken me to a couple of dairies in Wisconsin last year. They're also a part of the recipient. I think, if I remember it right, it was Blue Silo, Lady Lane. I can't really remember the last one. But
I remember you talking
really
about those. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No, it's very, very cool that you guys get that experience. How do you guys think the PCC can expand, if it can at all? I guess Paulina is probably the best one to answer that question.
Of course. I mean, there is a lot of things that it should be done here in the industry, and I don't know if you are agree with me, but milk is awesome, and you can do everything. I mean, there is always new things that you can do with milk, or how to transform it. So I mean, milk is awesome. So of course, this project can expand like in different areas, in different. I mean, it's an industry that needs a lot of. I don't know, a lot of people, a lot of expertise So it's important that we work together. It's important that we go with this together, and there is a lot of things to do. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And I think that's one thing Joe and I have continued to learn with doing the episodes and the podcast is neither of us grew up on a dairy.
Oh, no.
We understood the importance of it in terms of California agriculture, but being able to interview everyone and talk to industry professionals, talk to researchers, graduate students, we get to learn how every single one of those individuals found a role that they want to be a part of. They found a spot within the dairy industry to help make it continue to work and run smoothly. And as a student, it's super exciting to see how it's going to change. Because like a lot of our man on the street interviews have showed, people love dairy. They don't want it. Like it's going to be a part of their lives for a really long time, and they're learning more about it.
Exactly.
And now, as we continue to see the research, we continue to have those opportunities to advocate, which is kind of what the PCC DBII is hoping to open up more doors to, is that agriculture advocacy aspect of dairy.
Yeah, and I think jumping back to what you said about not coming from a dairy. I mean, I came from a region of California that's not very big in dairy, and especially listening to you guys and your research, talking to other guests that we've had on past episodes, people working within the PCC, it's been huge just to see how important this industry is. And like you're saying with the man on the street, are people passionate about the dairy industry? Yes. Might they know a whole lot about it? It depends. But it's really good to see that we have industries, we have groups like the PCC that are pushing forward, and they're getting the dairy industry to the place that it needs to be and where it needs to accommodate for. So.
One of my favorite questions, I'm curious to hear what your guys' answers are, is why did you decide to become involved in the dairy industry and do your research there? I know we talked about this with Katheryn last week, but maybe for each of y'all, if you want to share kind of what sparked that interest and help motivate you to be involved specifically in dairy, because agriculture is so large.
Yeah, Wonsun and Paulina.
My thesis writing, I was inspired by Dr. Lincoln's dissertation. So she used saffron to make cheese. So I thought maybe I can bring some very functional and expensive ingredient from Korea to America, which is not usual or very uncommon. And that was ginseng and red ginseng. So I picked a functional ingredient. I needed a medium to transport that functionality to like general customer. That was yogurt. And it's really available in the market and inexpensive. And people like it. It's already in their life, so I picked it. Yogurt, dairy product. Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, that's cool. I guess another kind of follow-up question is, did you guys expect to come to Fresno to do some of this research? Were you looking at other places? How was this what you expected to come and do?
I personally picked Wisconsin and Fresno. Other than that, I don't remember because it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Some other like universities in LA as well, because I was interested in biotechnology.
Oh, wow.
At that time.
No. Well, for me, it was like I was living in Spain after I found this position with the PPC. So, they require everything that I wanted to do. Like they wanted to support in research groups. They wanted to support with the students, to teach, to support the industry. So it was the sweet position for me. Like it's the best one. So and following the other question is like, for me, milk is like since I am a child, I love milk, and then I start to study food science, and it was like, oh, the milk and the components, it's so amazing. So I started to feel like it's so nice. And when I start to study, I thought that everything is already known in milk. It's like milk has been in our life for centuries, in humans' life for centuries. And right now is like, and you pick a book and start to read about the components, and you start to realize that there is a lot to study, to know how the compounds change, depend of the industrial, or depend of how they treat it. So it's like it's a lot of things to learn there. So that captured my attention, and that's why how I ended here.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, dairy continues to be prevalent in the industry, and then like
Especially
you were,
in California.
especially in California
which
with California dairy, it's like a hot topic name right there.
Yeah.
But then with all the universities you were talking about, how Fresno kind of has everything you would want, a lot of the universities in this grant offer those opportunities to students to actually allow them to explore and research and be educated on what they want.
No, exactly. So I guess kind of coming back to a point I brought up earlier about California being incredibly important in the dairy industry. Did you guys know that California was such a big power player in the dairy industry before coming in, or what was kind of your expectation coming in?
No, I didn't knew that before. Just when I arrived here is where I knew that California was one of the biggest industry in the dairy industry, was one of the biggest in the United States.
Yeah.
And then Katheryn and Wonsun, did you guys know that as well, or is that new information for you guys?
I never knew that.
Nope. Nope. I only know that, those stickers like California, find the seal or whatever. That's
Yep. I have that sticker on my water bottle. Yep.
Yeah, I only know that. I don't know how big it was.
What was maybe the most shocking thing about the California dairy industry that you've come to learn? Is there anything that stands out? It could be like, it could be something that's educational or just like a fun fact that you thought was really surprising.
That everyone actually grew up like with a lot of cows. People.
Yep,
that's one. Anything just about agriculture in California in general, or?
Like for my background, Indonesia has a really big agricultural thing, so I think it's not really like shocking for me, but the dairy aspect though,
that's so
shocking.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that is really funny. I imagine especially like driving out to like Visalia, Tulare, and even up even up north through California, and just seeing these massive dairies. I think probably they're 200, 300, 400 head of cattle, or is it the number? Am I underestimating the numbers?
No,
there?
I remember us talking about the numbers last week of how like this is small for California, but this is large if you go somewhere on the East Coast.
Yeah, because we were talking with what is her name from Vermont? Do you remember her name?
Laura.
Laura, yes, I remember talking to Laura, and she was just comparing the differences because she's part of a similar program.
The sister program.
The sister program, yep, for some of the eastern seaboard states. So that includes, I believe she said, like Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, and a couple other eastern states. And she said just some of the differences coming from there to here were pretty wild. Although at their core, they're the same, but just looking on the outside in, they're very, very
the size
different.
and style. What makes them tick is a little bit different in terms of their process.
Yeah, most definitely. So kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about how you guys coming into California and learning how it is one of, if not the largest dairy producer in the United States. Are there any other big misconceptions that you've seen about the dairy industry while doing your research, while being at Fresno State?
Maybe something you've learned that you wish consumers also would know?
That's true.
Probably that you can always do something and explore more or create new products out of a dairy product. You would think you go to the market and then you just get, it's just milk, it's just yogurt, but there's a lot more things you can do with it.
I would say that's changed in the consumer market within the past, like even 10, 15 years. Just
secondary products, or is there, is it secondary products?
I think it's something like
Something like that, yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, so Paulina, if you have any examples of that.
So new thing. No, I will go again with Katheryn. It's like you can do always more things and produce. I mean, it's inevitable to see the amount of products that every year comes out and has this dairy. And has milk, and how milk can be transformed.
Do you guys have seen any specific examples of these kinds of products that you guys are talking about?
So right now it's like you mean like there is like this for example, these new products of yogurt that has a high percent of protein. Actually, there is one student also that is working doing this. It's a yogurt, I think. So he's trying to do this and to make the yogurt that is tastable, that has it can work for consumers that work out, so they can have better I don't know, can have more protein available in their bodies.
Yes, makes sense.
Well, all of the research projects that you guys have talked about have those new dairy products where you're using maybe not dairy particular, but you're using something as the part of the industry and creating a new product that consumers can enjoy.
Not necessarily a waste product from the producing of milk itself, but I'm blanking on the term. I guess like a secondary product out of some of the excess product produced from the dairy processing. So I think that's kind of a big. Oh, can you say that again?
Byproduct.
Thank you. Gosh, my vocabulary's just been struggling today. Don't know why. But yeah, taking dairy byproducts and creating new products out of them is huge. And I think that's going to be something as we move into the future of the dairy industry and as we keep going forward, especially with the whole, I know, Katheryn, at the conference in Shell Beach, they were talking a lot about sustainability. So I kind of want to move into talking about the future and sustainability. And where do you guys see the PCC going within the next 5 or 10 years?
Tough question.
Yeah, it's a little. I can reword it if you like.
It could even be towards your research.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there an avenue within your research specifically that you hope the PCC continues to explore?
Well, in sustainability, it's an area that all the industry is trying to be there and to have better ideas to have a more sustainable product and more sustainable industry. So one of the ideas is to be better on our packaging, be better on the consumer of the energy too, and also to reduce the amount of CO2, the carbon and the gases. So that's the main areas that I think the PPC also is going to go with. Especially, I think the packaging is one of the a hot topic that we can face it.
That continues to be a continuous answer of sustainable packaging, sustainable production, emissions, keeping that climate smart idea going for California dairy in particular, because they are such a hot topic for especially that legislator regulations that are happening. Yeah,
and California tries to be at the forefront when it comes to sustainability practices, especially within California. Have you guys seen dairies start to implement any of these practices at all?
I think I know. I've heard several dairies has incorporated like a methane
digester.
Methane digester, I think.
For methane, and then process it for biogas and things like that.
I think there's a huge avenue of opportunities that can go down that path with the methane digesters or sustainable practices. So it'll be interesting to see how that continues to change the next few years.
No, it will be. It will be.
Because it changes so fast.
It does, yeah. Based on that, have you guys had, what was that next question going to be?
Maybe towards your research, as we're looking, the
PCC
has helped create your research possible. Is this something you want to stay in as you guys are graduate students? Is this a career opportunity you want to explore? Or maybe are you hoping to use this as a stepping stone for something beyond?
I think for me, maybe it's a foot in the dairy industry, because I think my project right now really focus on helping how the smaller cheesemaker could go forward in the future with whey and its processing. Maybe we could provide a additional stream of revenue that they can use. And at the same time, get to learn more about what they need, and then maybe in the future I can work in the dairy industry for sure.
No, that's awesome. That's
cool. Yeah, I guess Wonsun and Paulina, is that kind of something that you're following that Katheryn is kind of talking about?
Well, so for in the future, you mean?
Yeah.
Do you mean? Well, personally, in the future, is like it's the industry that I love. So, and
Yeah.
I would like to stick with this, and of course, helping the students to move with in this direction, and more than like to show how amazing is this degree and the amount of opportunities that this industry can offer. Since also there are also new technologies that always come up, and in order to have better, I mean, to treat the milk better, as for example, as the high pressure processing. So this is another technology that we are also thinking to use in milk. And yeah, so always new technologies that we can share with the students, and they can see it. I mean, there are different spots that anyone or any personality can fit with. So I'm very glad that I can share these spots with the students or with other people that is interested in.
Yeah, goes back to that agriculture advocacy aspect of just getting that information and sharing what is possible within the industry.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So, yeah, I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you guys all so much for joining us on Zoom. I know it's not the most convenient thing in the world, but we really do appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you for taking time out of your day to come talk a little bit about your research and being involved with the PCC.
Yeah. Especially yours, Paulina, about AI. That was definitely really interesting, especially as it becomes more and more relevant within all industries. So, yeah, today we talked about your guys' World Ag Expo project presentations and other stuff you guys are researching. We talked about the PCC, what you guys do in the dairy industry, as well as working with the PCC through Fresno State. So, again, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, my name is Joe Aguiar. I'm with Kaylen. I'm signing off from you, me, and the PCC, a dairy products podcast brought to you by the Pacific Coast Coalition. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Program funding for the PCC comes from the USDA. The show was created by Moses Mike, the faculty production lead. Guests for this episode included Paulina Freire, Katheryn Nathania, and Wonsun Yu. This vodcast is a production of the AGC 225 class called Digital Communications in Agriculture. The student team that produced the show included Rachel Majarian and Victoria Paolini, the directors, host Joe Aguiar and Kaylen Jaime, lead technicians Alexia Vasquez and Isabella Ribeiro, and the technical team Jenna Fitzpatrick, Julia Fry, Caitlin Browder, Caitlin Cardoza, Yuri Ramirez, and Madeline Tellison. You, Me, and the PCC is a digital media collaboration between the Agricultural Education and Communications Department and the Pacific Coast Coalition's DBII through Fresno State University. These credits were read by Audrey Herrera. It's me!